What if I told you that May 5th, 2025 isn't just a date, but a vibrational code hidden in time? An ancient portal connected to the number 5, the symbol of the human soul, that opens up for those who need change the most. A day when the entire universe reorganizes itself to break cycles, awaken consciousness, and release everything that holds you back. If you've been feeling loss, breakups, deep discomforts, maybe it's not just bad luck. Maybe Geburah, the divine force that cuts away what blocks the new, is already preparing the ground. In this video, you're going to understand why this portal carries the energetic signature of Thoth, the scribe of the gods who created the 5 days outside of time in ancient Egypt. You'll discover how the sky draws a secret star through Venus, the 5-pointed rose, revealing a calling for you to return to your center. And more importantly, you'll learn what to do on May 5th to cross this turning point with awareness and activate the alchemical power that's dormant within you. Stay until the end, because if this video found you, it's because you're ready to cross over. Numbers rule the universe. Whoever understands the secret meaning of numbers gains access to the doors of the divine. Have you ever noticed how certain numbers seem to carry a much deeper meaning than just quantity? Since ancient times, spiritual masters, alchemists, and sages have realized that numbers weren't just mathematical symbols. They carry a vibration, an energy that influences everything around us. And among all these magical numbers, 5 has always stood out. But why? To understand the power of the number 5, we first need to look at what it really represents. In numerology, the spiritual science of numbers, 5 isn't just a middle ground number between 1 and 10. It's the number of freedom, the number of change, the number of constant movement, transformation, adventure, and breaking rigid patterns that keep us stuck. Think about your own life. All the big transformations didn't happen when you were comfortable and still. They came exactly when you started to move, when you decided to change something, when you broke some cycle you were tired of repeating. That's exactly the vibration 5 carries. It comes as an invisible force, pushing you out of your comfort zone, encouraging you to explore new paths, new ideas, new ways of being. And this isn't something new. Thousands of years ago, the ancient Hermetists, scholars of a deep and mysterious spiritual tradition, saw the number 5 in an even more powerful light. In Hermeticism, which holds the teachings attributed to the Egyptian sage Hermes Trismegistus, 5 is the sacred number of the human being. And this isn't just some random symbol. The human is literally represented by 5 in the form of the pentagram, a 5-pointed star, where each point symbolizes an essential element. 4 points representing the 4 material elements, earth, water, fire, and air, and the 5th point, above them all, symbolizing spirit. The divine essence, what truly gives life, consciousness, and meaning to our physical body. Now, look at the beauty of that. You are literally a living pentagram, a perfect microcosm. The ancients used to say, as above, so below, as within, so without. That means the entire universe is mirrored inside you, and the number 5 is precisely that bridge between worlds, between the spiritual and the material, between who you are and who you can become. But why does 5 open portals? Why does this frequency allow deep change? Because it's the number that naturally breaks barriers. It's as if it has the spiritual function of opening windows, where there used to be only walls. When 5 vibrates strongly, everything that's stagnant, that's paralyzed, begins to move. Not because something outside forces you, but because your soul recognizes the opportunity to change. Now imagine what happens when this energy doesn't just show up once, but is amplified. That's exactly what happens on specific dates like May 5th. In these moments, the frequency of the number 5 doubles, it strengthens. And in 2025, this vibration goes even further, because the year itself also carries this transformative energy. If you add the digits of this date, 0 plus, 5 plus, 0 plus, 5 plus, 2 plus, 0 plus, 2 plus, 5, you get the number 19. Add that again, 1 plus, 9, and you get number 10. which finally reduces to number 1. And the number 1 in numerology means a brand new beginning, a rebirth. Now, do you understand the power of this day? It's not just a date randomly marked on the calendar. It's a perfect vibrational alignment, a date when the entire universe seems to conspire for you to break free from inertia and get moving, to leave behind everything that was holding you back, to break old patterns that no longer make sense, patterns your mind has repeated for years and that now feel too heavy to carry. That's why spiritual masters, hermetists, and alchemists have always paid close attention to dates like this. They knew that on these special occasions, the veil between worlds would grow thinner, that the energy available for transformation was much stronger, that a small intention, consciously placed into this vibration, could change an entire life. And it doesn't matter if you believe in numerology, hermeticism, or any spiritual tradition. That energy is out there. It exists regardless of our beliefs. You don't need to understand how it works to feel it acting on you. Just observe your own life. Notice how moments of change never happen in isolation. They come in waves. They come in cycles. They're pushed by something invisible, a force you don't control but can clearly feel. And that's exactly why dates like May 5th are so special. This isn't something new. It wasn't created by modern spiritual trends. In fact, this deep wisdom comes from long before us, crossing through eras and civilizations now buried under the mystery of time. One of those civilizations, perhaps the most enigmatic and powerful of all, was ancient Egypt, which held spiritual knowledge so profound it still intrigues scholars around the world today. The bridge between worlds, Thoth, the scribe of destiny. Among the wise men and ancient masters, one stands out especially when we talk about time, cycles, and destiny. Thoth, the great Egyptian god of writing, magic, and hidden wisdom. To the ancient Egyptians, Thoth wasn't just another distant deity. He was the actual guardian of the borders between the visible and the invisible, the messenger capable of moving between worlds and deeply understanding the secret order that governs the universe. You may have never heard this story before, but according to ancient Egyptian myths, the year originally had exactly 360 days. Everything seemed fixed, perfectly locked into predictable and rigid cycles. But then Thoth, with his infinite wisdom and magical ability, realized that something new needed to be created, something beyond the established natural order. So, using all his power and intelligence, he created 5 extra days. 5 days that literally didn't belong to the traditional calendar. These 5 days, called epagomenal days by the ancient Egyptians, were completely special, outside the regular structure of time, considered sacred moments when anything could happen. These were the days that allowed new deities to be born into the world. Important gods like Osiris, Isis, Set, Nephthys, and Horus came into the world on these magical days created by Thoth, days when the cosmic order allowed the birth of the extraordinary. And now realize how powerful that is. Those days didn't belong to any week, month, or season. They were literally time outside of time, exactly like what May 5th now represents for us. That same vibration, that same hidden principle, echoes across millennia to reach this exact moment in your life. May 5th is exactly that, a day that vibrates on the same spiritual frequency as those ancient Egyptian days created by Thoth, a tear in the fabric of time, an energetic opening that allows the new, the unusual, the unexpected to emerge, but only if you allow it. It's as if Thoth himself, symbolically, is standing in front of you right now, offering once again that magical window so you can rewrite your story. He represents much more than just a character from Egyptian mythology. Thoth symbolizes the human ability to take control of one's own destiny. After all, he's not just the god of writing and magic. He is also the one who records the destinies of souls in the secret book of the universe. And that's exactly why his presence in this 5-5 portal is so meaningful. It's as if you are receiving, directly from the hands of this cosmic scribe, a magical pen, a pen that can completely redefine what you believe is possible for your life. Because think about it, If Thoth created 5 whole days to completely transform humanity's destiny and allow the birth of new gods, imagine what could be possible for you when you tap into that same energy. Imagine what you could create, heal, or transform in your own reality when you fully step into that power. And don't be mistaken, the symbolism of Thoth isn't here by chance. He doesn't represent something external to you, something distant or out of reach. He represents the potential you carry inside yourself, the ability to take responsibility for your journey, to make conscious decisions that lead you to new horizons, new possibilities, new chapters in your personal story. So when you hear talk about the May 5th portal, remember Thoth and those 5 magical days. Remember that you can create too. You can open space for the new to emerge. Remember that the pen that writes your destiny isn't in someone else's hands. It's always been in your own hands, waiting for you to have the courage and awareness to hold it firmly and start drawing something completely new. And if you've chosen to accept that responsibility, if you've really decided to take that magical pen into your hands, know that May 5th is much more than just a symbolic moment. It carries with it concrete and essential practices, small rituals that allow you to make the most of this powerful energy that's available to you. They're not complicated practices or ones that require deep knowledge. On the contrary, they're simple but deeply transformative, and they're accessible to anyone who truly wants change. What to do on May 5th? Essential spiritual practices. The first thing you need to understand is that on this special day, your awakening has to be different. It's not just about opening your eyes and getting out of bed like on any regular morning. May 5th asks you to wake up with a clear and conscious intention. That means before you even fully open your eyes, you should pause for a moment and take a deep breath. With your eyes still closed, place a very clear intention in your mind, something like a silent mantra, affirming what you want this day to represent in your life. It could be something simple like, I make space for the new today, or something deeper like, today I release everything that holds me back from evolving. The idea is that this intention will guide every step you take throughout the day, creating a perfect alignment with the energy of this portal. After waking up with that awareness, an essential practice is to handwrite everything you feel you need to release from your life. And we're not just talking about material or surface-level problems. We're talking about heavy emotions, old fears, limiting beliefs, the pain you've been dragging around for years that never seems to leave. Grab a piece of paper and without rushing, let all of those things flow out, everything you're ready to let go of. When you're done, light a candle with respect and reverence, knowing that fire symbolizes deep transformation. Burn the paper slowly and visualize everything written there being transmuted, dissolved by the sacred fire, making space for the new to arise in your life. After that release ritual, take a few minutes to meditate in complete silence. And if you've never meditated before, don't worry. No special or complex technique is needed. Just sit comfortably, close your eyes, and for 5 minutes, gently focus on the mental image of a 5-pointed star, the pentagram. That star represents the exact balance you're seeking between body, mind, spirit, emotions, and energy. While you visualize this star shining in front of you, breathe calmly, allowing that image to harmonize and align your whole being. Just 5 minutes in this vibration can already create a powerful internal shift. Also, remember that May 5th is the perfect day to deeply cleanse your 5 senses. To do this, you can use elements that help purify your energy in a gentle and effective way. Light some incense, like sandalwood or Palo Santo, letting its fragrance purify both your space and your thoughts. Take a bath with herbs like rosemary, lavender, or rue, which are known for their spiritual cleansing powers. As the water flows over your body, visualize all the negative residue being washed away, leaving you renewed and ready for transformation. If you prefer, play soft music tuned to 528 Hz. This frequency, known as the frequency of love, promotes deep healing and alignment. Let that sound flow gently into your ears, clearing away the emotional and energetic buildup you've been carrying over time. And then, when the end of this special day arrives, so does the moment to do what might be the most important and powerful practice of all. Once again, grab a piece of paper, but this time you're not going to write about what you want to achieve or acquire. Instead, you're going to write about who you're ready to become. Write in detail about the new version of yourself, the version you know exists within you, but that you haven't yet had the courage or opportunity to fully express. Describe your qualities, your new habits, how it feels to live in that desired reality. Put your deepest truth on that paper, that identity that's always been there, waiting for your permission to rise. These simple yet deeply transformative practices will create a perfect alignment with the unique energy of this 5-5 spiritual portal. And even if they seem small or too easy, don't underestimate the power of simplicity. It's precisely in that simplicity where the secret of true transformation lies. Each of these actions carries the powerful intention of aligning you with something greater, something that vibrates beyond the ordinary limitations of everyday life. They're not just symbolic acts, they are real tools to shape your energy, to guide your awareness to a level where deep change can truly happen. The energy of Geburah. And while you prepare yourself internally through these simple and deep practices, there's something even stronger working behind all of it. An energy you may have already felt without quite knowing what it was or where it came from. In the ancient tradition of Kabbalah, which holds the deepest spiritual secrets of Jewish mysticism, the number 5 is directly connected to Geburah, an extremely powerful cosmic force that acts like a sharp sword in the hands of the universe. Geburah is known as the divine energy that cuts, but it doesn't cut out of cruelty or punishment, it cuts because it's necessary. It's like the gardener who prunes the dead branches so the plant can grow stronger and more beautiful. It's a force that mercilessly removes everything that's out of balance, everything that no longer works, everything that's holding you back from moving forward on your spiritual journey. If you've recently felt like your life has been going through strange turbulence, unexpected losses, situations that suddenly ended with no explanation or way to stop them, it's very possible that Geburah is already silently working in your path. Often, when we go through these hard times, we tend to ask, "Why me?" without realizing that these losses and pains aren't punishments. They're necessary preparations for something much greater that's about to come. Picture Geburah as a powerful lightning bolt coming down from the sky. This bolt doesn't ask permission, it doesn't warn you before it arrives, it just cuts. It removes from your path everything that's in the way, everything that no longer serves your growth. It can be painful at first, of course, because no true transformation happens without some initial discomfort. But this lightning isn't here to hurt you forever. It's here to set you free. What you need to understand about Geburah is that its purpose isn't just to remove the old, it's to create space for the new to come in. This energy represents one of the most necessary forces in the universe, conscious destruction to allow renewal. Think of it like a storm that clears the sky, a strong rain that washes the earth and prepares the soil for a new harvest. Without Geburah, without that cutting and cleansing force, we'd stay forever stuck in worn-out cycles, endlessly repeating the same patterns. And if you pay close attention, you'll see that this energy is perfectly aligned with the energetic portal of May 5th. Just like Geburah represents the number 5 in Kabbalah, this date vibrates intensely with the same frequency, the necessary and inevitable end, followed by a completely new beginning. It's no coincidence you've been feeling this turbulence lately. It's no accident that right now you're facing cycles ending suddenly. That's exactly how the universe prepares you for what's next. Maybe right now you're thinking about something you lost, something that ended against your will, or a difficult cycle that feels like it was ripped away from you without warning. And if that's the case, take a deep breath and understand. You haven't been abandoned by the universe. On the contrary, you're being taken care of with divine precision, being placed exactly where you need to be, at the exact moment you need to be there. What feels like a loss today will eventually be understood as a gain, a necessary release to allow something greater to take its place. The sky draws its own magic. And as you cross this portal between the end and the beginning, something incredibly powerful starts to happen inside you. It's not just a vague feeling or a passing emotion, it's a deep awareness that something within your essence is aligning perfectly with a universal order. This alignment is powerfully symbolized by the pentagram, a five-pointed star that's much more than just an occult symbol. The pentagram is a true map of the awakened soul, a sacred design that ancient sages used to represent the perfect union of all the parts that make up a whole, conscious human being. 4 points represent the 4 fundamental elements that structure all of life: earth, air, fire, and water. Each of these elements corresponds to an essential aspect of your existence: your physical body, your rational mind, your deep emotions, and the vital energy that moves you through the world. At the top, above those 4 elements, is the 5th point, the spirit. That 5th point is not something distant or abstract. It is you, in your purest, highest, most conscious and present form. When you're able to balance these 4 foundational aspects of your existence, something shifts deep within you. You become that 5th point, that peak of pure presence, that central place where everything finds harmony and perfect balance. This process isn't something far away from reality or reserved only for sages and mystics. On the contrary, it happens here and now, in the simple and conscious practice of daily alignment. When you care for your body with respect, your thoughts with awareness, your emotions with wisdom, and your energy with clear purpose, your soul naturally begins to awaken. It becomes the central point of this living pentagram, radiating a much higher vibration out into the world around you. And that full presence, that elevated vibration, is known by the ancient alchemists as the quintessence. The quintessence is not some mystical theory or something out of reach. It's a real practice of balance, a state of being you can access daily through small, conscious choices. And on May 5th, that practice gains full strength. On this specific day, the universe seems to conspire even more intensely to help you reach that central point, that state of full harmony. But there's something even more fascinating directly connected to this special date. It's not just about symbolism or ancient traditions. The sky itself, with its perfect and mysterious geometry, draws a concrete proof of this hidden power of the number 5 right in front of us. You may not know this, but the planet Venus, the same one you see shining brightly in the night sky, has a unique and mesmerizing dance with Earth. Every 8 years, as it completes its cycle around the Sun, Venus draws a perfect 5-pointed star in the sky. This extraordinary phenomenon is known by the ancients as the Rose of Venus, a cosmic expression representing beauty, harmony, and purpose. And the most amazing thing about all this is that this celestial geometry doesn't happen by chance. It happens precisely because there's an invisible order governing everything in the universe, including your life, your personal cycles, your deepest relationships, and even the way you understand love and beauty. It's not just a coincidence that true love, deep art, and the great cycles of the soul are directly connected to this same sacred geometry that Venus draws in the sky. That means when you look up at the sky, there's a subtle and powerful reminder happening all the time. The message Venus whispers to you, especially during the May 5th portal, is clear and direct. Remember what really matters. Remember what is beautiful, sacred, and essential in your life. It's not just about romance or fleeting passion. It's a cosmic reminder of the true love you can cultivate for yourself, for the world around you, and for life in all its forms. And it's exactly at this point, in the face of this cosmic harmony and this powerful symbol drawn in the sky and reflected within you, that the real crossing happens. Up until now, you may have spent much of your life repeating cycles without clearly noticing. Cycles that started long ago at some difficult moment in your past, and that you kept living out of habit, out of fear, or even out of unawareness. That happens because until you consciously walk through a portal like May 5th, life tends to stay on autopilot, repeating patterns and recreating situations that have already happened many times before. But here's something important. Crossing this portal isn't about waiting for something to happen outside of you. It's not about hoping some external force will come fix everything for you, magically transforming your reality. It's exactly the opposite. May 5th is the exact point where you stand between two completely different versions of yourself. Who you've been up until now, living in survival mode, repeating old patterns, carrying unnecessary weight, and who you can become from this moment on, living fully through awareness, deliberate choice, and purpose. This crossing from the ego that repeats to the spirit that chooses is what we call the turning point. It's that exact moment when something inside you consciously decides to break with the past, with the limitations, and with the stories that no longer make sense for your life. It's the moment when you stop anxiously asking, "Will something happen to me?" and start asking yourself something far more powerful and conscious. What do I choose to do with this energy now available? Because here's the thing. The energy of this portal is here, vibrating intensely all around you and within you, ready to be accessed. But it can't act alone. It's waiting for your conscious decision, your clear action, your stance in the face of your own life. And when you finally choose to cross, the old cycles start to break almost instantly. Not because the world around you changes first, but because your perception changes radically and you begin to act differently. It's in that moment that the universe reveals to you one of the greatest spiritual truths known since ancient times, a truth that great masters like Buddha, Jesus, Hermes Trismegistus, and so many others tried to show in different ways, but always with the same essence. The greatest portal, the most powerful one, was never outside of you. It's not in a specific day. It's not in an external event. It's not in numbers or symbolic dates. The deepest, most transformative portal has always been, is, and always will be within you. It's you exactly as you are right now, with all your strengths and weaknesses, with all your stories and dreams, who represents the true portal between worlds, between realities, between the past that keeps repeating and the future you want to create. And before you go, there's something really important waiting for you. A special video has been carefully prepared to guide you even deeper on this journey. It complements everything you've felt here, and it's going to show you, step by step, how to keep awakening your inner power in a practical and conscious way. So don't leave yet. Click the video that's showing on the screen, and I'll meet you there. You'll understand why this calling came to you at exactly this moment. I'll see you on the other side.